Welcome back to another episode of Crypto Talk, where I take your comments and I answer them in real time, unedited, unscripted, and I don't even know what comments I'm going to be talking about, to be honest with you guys. My assistant picked random comments. If you want your comment picked in the next video, leave a good comment, not a bad one, man. Leave a good comment below. Don't ask for handouts. I know there's a lot of scammers in my comment section. If you see anybody with my actual avatar photo asking you to go to WhatsApp or asking you to send their money, guys, avoid all the scam comments, guys. All of them. The only time you'll ever be able to talk to me is one of the two methods, okay? You're gonna be able to talk to me on my cryptocurrency course called Fundamental Secrets, and you're gonna be able to talk to me in parabolic trades. In no other way, shape, or form have I ever accepted cryptocurrency for anything, and I'm not gonna ask you for your money. I'm not gonna ask you for any money for any exchange. Avoid all the scams. Cryptocurrency's full of them. Guys, just be careful. But without further ado, let's jump into episode number 2 of Crypto Talk. Comment number 1, Larry, thanks for the info. I wonder why people will doubt your purchases. I don't understand. If they don't believe in you, then why do they waste their time listening to you? You have good advice. Let's get rid of the FOMO and, start dollar cost averaging. So I think the reason why a lot of people get a little bit angry, and I've seen this a lot of times in the comment section, is because they don't take responsibility for their own life. So what they'll do is they'll come on my video, watch it, they'll get like a piece of the perspective, and then they'll actually trade and make financial decisions on their life with my information that might be incomplete, right? If you're gonna take my advice, take all of the advice, okay? Not just a piece of it. And if you got wrecked in the market, lost money, that's your fault, not my fault. Definitely take responsibility for your life, and I'm sure you'll do way better in general, right? Comment number 2. So I made a Wi-Fi price prediction, and Elon here is like, Wi-Fi token is useless. So when it was originally created, yes, Wi-Fi was supposed to be worth $0. But just because a token is useless does not mean it doesn't have value. So obviously the coin right now is worth like $26,000 for a reason. People will speculate, and this is the speculation that I trade off. So sometimes you'll have governance tokens in cryptocurrency that might be quote unquote useless, but they will rise in value and they will appreciate over time. And I have made money for 5 years doing this. Moral of the story, the only token in the whole entire cryptocurrency market that actually has real value and has real application is Bitcoin and maybe Ethereum. So every other altcoin, sir, you have probably purchased is useless. That's just the truth. None of these altcoins have any real application. They don't have any products, and it's all speculation in the first place. So if you're trying to make money off speculation, this is definitely the market for you. Question number 3. There's so many crypto scams, even on your channel. Yeah, I get it. Like, I want to reiterate this to you guys. If somebody's asking you for your money, if somebody's asking you to go on an exchange or doing some weird thing through some messaging and they don't have any credibility at all, be careful. Be careful. Seriously, you will get scammed and lose your money. It's happened to me. It happens to the best of us. Question number 4. Hey, Alex, I really enjoy your videos. When do you think we're going to see the real bull run for alts? Thanks. So how it works is we actually in a bull run right now. If you look at the cryptocurrency market since March, we've been outproducing every single asset on earth, including stocks, including S&P 500, including gold, which most people said that gold was going to do better. So technically we are in the bull run. The reason why you're not really understanding, when it comes to percentage gains is because you have unrealistic expectations. So when a coin goes up 30% in the regular stock market, that is what you call a very hard thing to do. And it's very hard for a stock market pick to go up 30%. If you could do that, you're really, really good. In cryptocurrency, 30% is pretty normal. So don't have unrealistic expectations. The bull run can last a year to 2 years, right? And this is where we're gonna see like the 20,000% gains and stuff like that. Always think long-term. It just looks like you're thinking a little bit too short-term. Comment number 5, Jeff, what are your thoughts on ETH and support of the Ethereum 2.0 upgrade staking service providers like Kraken and some other exchanges? So basically, there's an Ethereum 2.0 upgrade. You can stake your cryptocurrency. If you wanted to be part of the Genesis block, it's kind of over, but you could do things through other staking providers. So like if you wanted to, you could leave your money on Kraken, you could leave your money on Coinbase, and they will stake it for you and take a cut. So personally, what I believe on that is I'm gonna go for the best exchange. In my opinion, when it comes to safety and security, it's probably Coinbase. Even though all centralized exchanges suck and their safety and security sucks, and I always tell you guys to get your money off the exchanges and put it in your hardware wallet, in some situations, I'll definitely go with Coinbase. I mean, they're regulated by the SEC. They're one of the biggest cryptocurrency exchanges in the world. And if they did something wrong, I'm sure they'll be held accountable by the United States government. So personally, I'll take a small percentage of my Ethereum and I'm probably gonna stake it on Coinbase. Yes, I do think this is a good viable solution for people that don't know how to stake, right? Go ahead and make your money. Question number 6 by Kurt. What's one book for your top 5 mindset books? So this one right here, this is near and dear to my heart. So this book right here got me really through, where I am today. I was in a really hard time in my life, and David Goggins is basically, he's a crazy madman. He basically does like these long distance marathon runs. I think there was one time where he was doing a 250 miler. He got hurt at like 112 miles. They disqualified him because his life was at risk. He went to the hospital and he was literally about to die. This man left the hospital without even telling them. He left the hospital, finished the race, disqualified the other 150 miles. So the perspective I got from this book when it came to mindset is that you could do anything you want. Like literally, you could do anything you want. This actually book right here motivated me to run my first marathon, which is 26.2 miles. I had a huge fear over running ever since I was smaller. I played soccer, basketball, et cetera, et cetera. And the mindset that it gives you is that anything's possible. This guy put himself through things that most of you think is out of a fairy tale. So this book gives you a really good perspective on that. Overcome, your fears and definitely attack life a little bit more than what you are right now. A must read for anybody that's struggling with, motivation issues or something like that. Definitely read this book. All right, question number 7 from Brad. If you had just lost everything in your life and you had $500 left and you wanted to make a good investment for your children, where would you invest that $500? That's a really good question. Now, the first thing I would say is I'm gonna wake you up a little bit. I probably wouldn't invest $500. If you're in a situation where your children has to survive, you probably should use that money for food, okay? Now, if you already have food money and you had $500 just specifically for investments, you can't really go that far with $500. I'm just gonna be honest with you guys. Yes, you might be able to find a 10X, turn 500 into 5,000, but even $5,000 is not gonna change your situation. Where you probably should put that money is in education. So with $500, you could easily buy, like 10 to 20 books, like probably even more than that. And that education will go way further because it will allow you to, in the future, make way more money. I've told you guys 1,000 times. In this channel, we talk about investments, right? But cash flow strategies are way more important. Nobody talks about that. For some reason, it's like a forbidden subject because it's extremely hard. On this channel, we explore all those opportunities. And I think for you guys, if you don't have a cash flow generating strategy, you are putting yourself in a very bad position to invest. In this situation right here, you are in a very bad situation to invest. If your kid's life depends on it and you only have $500 to your name, you're gonna be emotional in this market. That's a fact. So what you need to do is use that $500 to better your future in the right way. Don't just throw it on red and see what happens. That's not a good strategy at all. Next question, number 8. What are your top 5 to 10 long-term picks? So I'm just gonna give you 3. I'm gonna make it simple for you, okay? The first one's gonna be Bitcoin. The second one's gonna be Ethereum. The third one's gonna be Wi-Fi. Okay, those are the 3 long-term picks. Everything else is subject to change. That's why I didn't say 5, right? Those 3 I'm willing to hold for a very long time. Now for the Wi-Fi one, guys, just understand the risks involved. That is my risk. So everything else, I'm pretty much not gonna hold for long term, and I'm gonna cash into Bitcoin or Ethereum. Wi-Fi is just a wild card for me, and I have a very small amount of money in it. Very small amount of money in comparison to my whole portfolio. So I don't want people thinking just because that's in my top 3 picks, you're gonna go all in on Wi-Fi. That right there will leave you broke for a fact. So don't go all in on Wi-Fi, but I can't go further because I'm not gonna hold those other coins long term. Like I told you guys 1,000 times, all speculation, there's no products involved. The only ones that have products are Bitcoin and Ethereum. So hold those long term, everything else sell it. But this is not financial advice, of course, don't take it as so. Question number 9. I'm single. Question number 10, how do we properly analyze a coin's white paper? So the way I do it is very simple. I know the terminology and the jargon might be very confusing because this is like highly technical white papers, but what you wanna do is you wanna read the intro and you wanna read the conclusion, okay? Understand those because those are typically easier to understand. And then what you also wanna do is you wanna skim through the stuff that you don't get. You wanna skim through it and then come back to reading it. White papers are meant to not only be read once, but like 4 or 5 times so you can do this in your research. Another really important thing on white papers is you want to read the best white papers, which is Ethereum and Bitcoin. Read those white papers and those are going to be your comparison benchmark to all other cryptocurrency white papers. I guess the most important thing about white papers is you don't want to get discouraged if you don't understand something. Read it 5 to 10 times if you have to understand it. Question number 11, what feature does Litecoin have that's better than Bitcoin Cash or Bitcoin SV? So to be honest with you, in the past, I would have said, Litecoin's a better credibility coin, but you have to understand that they are all births from the same thing. They all forked Bitcoin. So they're all copies of Bitcoin and the differences are very minute. So like Litecoin has like a bigger block size for a higher transaction speed. So the only thing different between Bitcoin SV and Bitcoin Cash and Litecoin is the fact that they have faster transaction speeds than Bitcoin. Now I will say the credibility wise, Bitcoin SV and Bitcoin Cash suck. Nobody likes them. Everybody in the community think they're scammers, and Litecoin's a little bit different. For some reason, Litecoin has better credibility. So personally, I think I don't hold any of them because I'd rather just hold Bitcoin. But, if you were to buy one, I would probably lean towards Litecoin in those 3 picks. Question number 13, Jay Flores, he says, I don't want to say it, but you bought at 3,800 and it peaked at 45K. Yes. Not only did I buy at 3,800, but I told my group in this screenshot right here exactly when to purchase the coin. I really did do it. And I sold the vast majority of it about 30K. So I'm going to quickly plug myself in. TheFundamentalSecrets.com. We call in coins all day. We've called the biggest coins like Chainlink. We've called YFI, of course. We're cycle trading nonstop. We've been able to do about 450% year to date. So that's a 4.5x on your portfolio, and that outcompeted Bitcoin. So my portfolio is increasing by USD at a higher percentage gain than Bitcoin. So yes, I am better off than holding Bitcoin. If you do want to get involved, go ahead to the website, apply to fundamentalsecrets.com, et cetera, et cetera. Let's move on. Question number 13 from Divya. Your strategy is just a normal stock investment. So this can't be further from the truth. What we do is completely different from stock trading. We don't put stop losses in. We hodl down. So when the market goes down, we hodl all the way down. We dollar cost average. If anything, it's closer to gambling. I will say that. The strategy was crafted in cryptocurrency, and it's not stock market investing, no ifs, ands, or buts. Like, you guys have to completely avoid trying to merge both worlds. If you're trying to come from a stock state of mind and into cryptocurrency, you will get wrecked. This strategy was birthed in cryptocurrency specifically, okay, guys? I just want to be very clear because most people don't even understand stock market investing, alone. So, they automatically assume that what I'm doing has been made from like some smart guy or something in a hedge fund. It's not the case at all. I birthed it from other cryptocurrency investors. That's literally where I got my information from. Nothing that had to do with traditional finance. Question number 14. I like your heart. You're so trustable. Thanks for helping and staying authentic. I obviously missed your sale on your course. And when is it coming back? Christmas time, I want to join. So yeah, I can't sit here and say for sure that we're going to have a sale in Christmas time. But yeah, of course we follow the market. If people are doing it, we'll probably do it, just to give you guys a heads up. So stay tuned for Christmas for sure. But yeah, that's that. All right, question number 15 by Quimsy, $330 in 30 minutes. Well, if you waited a year, waste of time. So I made a video, it's my most popular video. I think it has like 330,000 views or something like that, where I show you how to make $330 in 30 minutes. And the primary method is by getting free money from Coinbase. They offer it for free. Now, what this person is doing right here is he's coming on the internet, he's complaining about a free opportunity. So for you guys, just to learn from the future, understand that there's nothing free in life. Though I offer that opportunity to you, there's a waiting list. Coinbase got overfilled. Everybody wanted the free money, right? Because it's easy. And now Coinbase has a waiting list because they can't give out that much money, right? In the future, I think it would be smarter if you save your time. Don't put like these comments on the internet. It's a free opportunity. It's free money. It worked. Like, I have proof. People have been doing it. It just happens to be you're on the other side of the world that don't have access to Coinbase Pro. So just to give you guys a heads up in the future, nothing's free in life. That's just the truth. Question number 16 by Bob. Bro, is Link not going to the freaking moon? Okay, so yeah, Link is going to the moon. But the question you have to ask yourself, right, is when it's going to the moon. Is it going to the moon in the long term with the whole general market? Or is it going to go to the moon now and then follow the general market? My goal is not to just do what the general market does, because then you'd be better off just holding Bitcoin and Ethereum. My goal is to find opportunities now, capitalize on them so I can increase my Bitcoin and Ethereum position for the long run. It's not about finding the coins that are going to 10x. It's about finding the coins that are going to 10x in a short amount of time, cash into what we already know is going to 10x, which is Ethereum and Bitcoin. So yes, Link is going to go to the moon, but I sold more than half of it because I don't think it has room to grow. It's already top 5, top 6. Where can it go? What is it going to do? Could beat Tether? The chances of that happening would be slim to none, and it would only be about a 3x from that point. So personally, I think it has more downside potential than upside potential. It's not asymmetrical anymore. Question number 18, this is actually from Instagram. Guys, follow me on Instagram at Alexander the Marketer. I will be answering questions from there as well. I'll leave the link in the description below, but he's saying right here, do you prefer having 6,000 on ICX or 6,000 on Ethereum? That is not even a question at all. Ethereum, guys. ICX, it's not a scam, but again, like I said, every single project in the market It's pretty much like unverified, unproven. If you were to compare it to like traditional products, it would be a joke. It would be like saying, you know, this product is 1% compared to 100%. That's literally the truth. So ICX, it doesn't have really a working product except for the fact that it has the blockchain. It does not have network effects. Though I think you can make money off of staking, I don't think you should put $6,000 on ICX. You should definitely go for Ethereum. But of course, none of this is financial advice. Do your own research. And then the final question, if Bitcoin is backed by nothing, funny money, and when Bitcoin is backed by fiat, then Bitcoin is also funny money. So he's basically trying to, he explained it wrong, but what he's basically trying to say is that Bitcoin's backed by US dollars. So that means that if Bitcoin's trying to take over the US dollar, it's funny money, right? Because it's backed by US dollar. Actually, Bitcoin is not backed by the US dollar. It just happens to be valued in the US dollar because that's the biggest world reserve. Everything's valued in the US dollar right now. Bitcoin is backed by its network effects and the fact that people want to use it, right? Think about it. Since the beginning of Bitcoin, no one forced anyone to use Bitcoin. There was no like centralized organization that forced people to use Bitcoin. People gradually adopted Bitcoin because they wanted to. So actually, Bitcoin is backed up by its credibility and the fact that it's a hedge against monetary inflation. That's about it. So yes, it's valued in US dollar right now, but if the US dollar ever went to zero, Bitcoin will be valued in whatever the new world reserve currency, or maybe Bitcoin's the world reserve currency. But let's say hypothetically it goes to zero and then gold becomes the new thing. Bitcoin will be valued in gold. So it'd be like 1 Bitcoin's worth 1 ounce of gold, et cetera, et cetera. Or another fiat currency like, you know, the British pound or something like that. Bitcoin will be valued against the British pound or any currency. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what it's valued in. It just matters where it's going to be at the end, if that makes sense, guys. But yeah, that's it for this video. If you like the style of this content, guys, again, leave comments on all my videos. I'm going to pick the funnier ones, the ones that, you know, really make me think, AKA the most interesting content. But yeah, if you guys like the quality of this content, hit like. If you don't, leave some constructive criticism. Subscribe for more video updates. And like I always say, if you don't get with this technology, you will get left behind. Thanks for watching this video, guys. Catch you in the next one.